Psychics and mediums are born, they're not made. Certain psychics and mediums like to say that they got their gifts from their great-grandmother, from their grandmother, from their mother, their uncle, their whatever. And I don't know if it's because they think that makes them more legitimate or whatever it is. But I'm here to say, and this might be controversial for some people, you didn't get your gifts from anybody. You were actually born with it. Now, if you have a grandmother or a great-grandmother or whatever in your back, or ancestors that used to practice being a psychic or whatever it is that they used to do, some type of healing, that just means that they also learned that they had gifts and they tapped into it so that they were able to use them on other people. It doesn't mean that they somehow passed that gift onto you. That being said, they could have passed on the knowledge of how to use the gift, how to control the gift, how to be able to call on it whenever you need it. That they could have done. But passing on their ability to you, no. You were born with your own abilities, and it's up to you to hone them and learn how to use them and learn how to speak your own psychic language as they did. Now, if that's the theory that people were passed down, things, well, what happens for people where they didn't have family members that were practicing psychics or witches or whatever in their background, and they've come out now and they've learned their abilities? What does that make them? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And I've heard it said by a lot of different psychics and mediums, and even famous ones, where they're like, well, my grandmother and my mother were a psychic and blah, 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 and this and that. And it's like, well, that's great for them. They were psychic. They learned how to use their ability. They either decided to use tarot or do whatever they needed to do, so they were able to hone in their gifts. My point in this is that I've seen it used so that it gives them some type of legitimacy. It's like, well, my grandmother was and my blah, 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 and this is where I got it. And that's complete bullshit. And it's another way of making them seem more important than they really are. And it just isn't right. So to anybody out there who is like, well, I don't remember anybody in my family being a psychic, so therefore I don't think I have the gift, that is pure bullshit. Everybody's born with intuition. You all have everyone is born with their own unique set of gifts, and everybody can learn to tap into them and learn how to use them. And whether or not you want to learn how to do it professionally, or if you just want to learn how to do it in your own private life, that is completely up to you. But just know that just because you don't have a psychic or a medium somewhere in your lineage, that it makes you less than anybody else. Absolutely not. So just trust that you have your own special magic, and you don't need anyone else telling you anything different. Have a great day.